Hello everybody, new deck or updated deck I would say. So some of you might played the Daredevil deck I posted I think around a week ago. It got a lot of clicks and thank you for that. It's amazing to see my decks get around. So yeah, this Daredevil deck, I wanted to make it a little bit more power heavy. The other one was more tech heavy. So yeah, I tried to include one of my favorite cards. That's Jean Grey. And with Jean Grey, usually I play Guardians. So yeah, that's what I tried to do. Here, it ended up only having Gamora in the end because yeah, why play cards that are worse if you want to have a good deck? So let's go over the cards. The first card is Hydra Bob. He was a Rocket Raccoon before, and everyone that doesn't have Hydra Bob can play Rocket Raccoon with no problem. I felt like even hitting Rocket Raccoon is a 1-5, so if you miss him, he's kinda bad. But Hydra Bob is a 1-5 all the time. Also, he can get to the locations you can't go to, and that's a big plus point. Next card is Ebony Maw. We play War Machine in this deck. Also, we play Madam Web and Hydra Bob. So there's a few ways to get into his location. Also, 1/7 stats. You can play him on turn 6 with War Machine. So there is no way you should cut this card here. Next card, Madam Web. Yeah, she's not 100% necessary. Why do we even play her with no move cards? So we play her because she's a pretty good combo with Jean Grey, and you can move cards away from Jean Grey, and for example Gamora, and she can give you the access to locations you can't go to if you don't draw a War Machine. And then Daredevil, main card in this deck, so no card you should play here. Yeah, gives you the ability to see turn 5, so Gamora is really good, and Negasonic, Juggernaut can win you the game on by himself. So yeah, you shouldn't cut him here. Also, he's good with Professor X. Next is Cosmo. He was Star-Lord before. I tried to include 3 Guardians. In the end, I cut Star-Lord for Cosmo. Star-Lord was really good and is probably my second choice here. I added Cosmo because there's so much bounce and also this card going around. And if you force them on a lane with Jean Grey, Cosmo is really good because he can block really good on reveal abilities. But be careful with your own abilities. For example, Juggernaut. He is a non-reveal, so if you play him on Jean Grey and play Cosmo there, be careful, Juggernaut won't work. But you want Juggernaut, you want to have Juggernaut to play on turn 6 mostly, or 5. Yeah, move your enemy cards away and do simple play. Also, Negasonic, same ability basically as Juggernaut, but just a little bit different. She kills the cards, so same with Daredevil. You see the stuff. If you want to kill something, play her there. Then Jean Grey started as a Guardians deck, like I said, but Jean Grey is also good with Madam Web. Also, if you play Jean Grey and the next time you play War Machine, your enemy needs to play their cards on Jean Grey, but you can play everywhere, so you can force Jean Grey on one lane and win the other 2 lanes. That's what I usually do. And with Madam Web it's even better. Just move your stuff left and right. Then War Machine. Yeah, we have Ebony Maw in here, we have Professor X in here, also we have Play Infinaut and Jean Grey, so this card is really good. Premium stats, still 4/6, I don't know why, but yeah, as this card is probably the best 4-drop even if you don't play cards that play with him, but just the ongoing ability by himself is just like perfect. And then Professor X, why do we play X instead of Storm? So they nerfed Storm to a 4 cost, which means playing her on 4 is kind of awkward now because you want to play War Machine on 4. And Professor X on 5 is really good because you have Daredevil here, so you can see where to play him. And usually, even if you lose the game and you play the card there, you can just move stuff in with Madam Web. Hydra Bob can jump in, also War Machine can let you play cards there. So this card is just good to lock down a location. And I think Professor X is back. The only thing you need to be careful of is move decks or like Jeff, but not so much going around there. And then Gamora, 512 with Jean Grey and Daredevil, I would say, so probably the first 5 drop you can play here. Of course you can cut her and play Elliot or some thing else like Cannonball, but in my opinion I wanted to play the best power on turn 5, so she's the best card you can play here. Next card and also last card is Infinaut. 620 best stats in the game. War Machine, so he's free to play, and usually if you don't play him or you can't play him because you don't draw a War Machine, it doesn't really matter that much because you have other huge turn 6 with Juggernaut or Negasonic or Gamora and Hydra Bob or some big stats. So in my opinion, this deck is better than the other one I posted because there's more power and it depends less on the tech aspect. But you should try it. But there's one thing you need to know, that this deck is mostly a 2-cuber deck if you snap, or 1-cuber deck if you are not able to snap. Because you lock down locations and you lock down your enemy, usually they won't stay until 4 cubes, so it has a really good win rate but a kind of bad cube rate. So look at the gameplay, see you. I got a little bit lucky here because he turned the location into Sanctum, which favors me a lot with War Machine. But yeah, even without him it's bound, so there's a good possibility that I can win here. But I got super lucky, so this game turned out really easy. I played X on the left, even though he will play something bigger there, but I have War Machine, so I can play whatever I want on the left. And I won mid also, and then because I have priority, I kill something on the right from him, so that makes the game almost unlosable, which he also realizes and leaves. And you see in this turn he has Verona, what that tells me he will probably play Mr. Negative, and because he already played something on the left, I was like, he's probably gonna play it on the right or mid. I went for the mid so I can move Cosmo away later, and then I blocked his Mr. Negative. Somehow he didn't leave here because I guess he still had good cards in his hand and it was like, I can win this. But I had the perfect cards in my hand with War Machine, Professor X, and even Maw and Gamora, so there was no way I could lose this game. With blocking mid and then moving War Machine in, also I could block the left with Cosmo, moving Cosmo away, so I was like, he's probably gonna play Jubilee on the left and stuff, so I will push something away and then hopefully get Cosmo on the left. And yeah, that's what I got here. Really lucky with Juggernaut and Cosmo, but that's just one of the other games where 2 cubes is basically decided because no way he stays, and that's one downside of this deck. You win a lot of games, but you win 1 or 2 cubes most of the games. But yeah, I could even play Infinaut here, but he will leave early. But you can see how much power you can put out if everything goes your way. So thanks for watching. This deck is a lot of fun. You should really try.